James Melendez, James the Wine Guy. Stay tuned for a coffee review, this beautiful coffee roaster from Arkansas. So stay tuned. So what we have right here is, let me give a story on this, is that I was in Dallas, Texas at Ascension Coffee, and I love this place. Every time I go to Dallas, I make a pit stop and try some beautiful coffees. Because what I really like, in addition to their own coffees that they roast, which I absolutely adore as well, is I really like how they bring in guest roasters. So what we have here, and that's how I make discoveries, and it's a really ecumenical way of bringing in other flavor characteristics, and for a short time only, to get that exposure. And so I love it when I travel, because I really want to get what is at the heart of the matter of the coffee roasting community. What are they doing? What are they thinking? And how are they getting to where beautiful coffees are being roasted throughout the United States? So we tend to think of this as a West Coast phenomenon, or perhaps New York City phenomenon, ultimately, or Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Portland, and so forth. But over time, I think we really have gotten to a great coffee culture in the United States. You couldn't have said that 10 years ago, 15 or 20 years ago. Definitely not. But where we are today is finding really great coffees out there, really great visions for sourcing from the greatest places on the planet, as well as a great vision for roasting profile. So we go from a very charred roasting profile to, I think, much more of a restrained and beautiful profile that lets you and allows you to taste the coffee at its fullest. So here we go with the proper introduction to this coffee. And I love the packaging. ONYX Coffee Lab, so established 2012, handcrafted, small batch. This is Rwanda Mwasa, and bourbon is a variety, and 1,650 meters above sea level. And I like this little listing here. This is traditional all the way to modern. So I'm guessing, and I haven't seen where they list what that is, but I'm guessing that's the flavor profile, or the roasting profile, more accurately said. I also like how they list the roasting date here and the roaster, which I don't think I've ever seen before. And never settle for good enough. I really like the artwork. It's well done, and I'll show you this in a moment. Very cool artwork. So I like the things they're calling out here, which I do myself, and it goes a long way for the best cup of coffee. So, clean equipment, grind right before use, perfect temperature, 195, 205 degrees Fahrenheit, and choose your brew method, obviously, and put your favorite record on. That's really a good thing to do, right? Extract and drink, and that's the art of coffee. That is the art of really talking about, of course, Rwanda, which I don't drink much of. There's not a lot of it out there. You're going to find much more Ethiopian, of course, which I absolutely adore. But I'm really trying to, put that toe dip into trying so many different coffees from Africa, because I think ultimately that's a great thing in terms of, benefiting the communities that are growing high-quality coffee beans. I think it's a really great thing to go out there and source from great locations like Rwanda, Ethiopia, Kenya, and so forth. And I think this story is really, really nice to have. So what we're going to do first is scent characterization, flavor profile, and then the point score. So what I love, first of all, I'm drinking black. It's hard to see it here. I don't want to pour all the contents out on the video, but really beautiful notation here. And I use my Heath coffee cups because I think they're wonderful. The scent characterization on this is really compelling. I know that I'm not drinking a Kenyan coffee, definitely not Ethiopian. And so I'm really careful to extract just the right amount in terms of the correct usage of coffee. So I use Chemex, that's my favorite method. And so here we go, the scent characterization and the point score. So on this, I'm getting beautiful notes of cantaloupe, hint of mixed wildflower, honey, chocolate, violet, and blackberry. And here we go next with the flavor characterization and the point score. Subdued, beautiful, dark, yet a lot of complexity to this coffee here. Notes of chocolate, cinnamon, cardamom, hint of thyme. I give this coffee a 9.3 out of my 10.0 scale. So I'll put more information on the producer down below. Please list your comments and questions down below as well. And we live in the best of coffee times, the best of wine times. And I love the ability to go out there and taste coffees from the imagination of great producers out there, great roasters. And so I think it's a really great time to be tasting coffee, wine, spirits, and so forth. Thank you again for watching me. You'll find me in many social medias: Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn, as well as Instagram and WordPress. Again, a 9.3 out of my 10.0 scale. Stay tuned for more coffee, wine, and beer reviews, and ale reviews, and spirits reviews. There's so much more to talk about in this really great time of the beverage art form. Thank you again for watching. Salut.